Okay, so if you click on the link above this video, you will see a self-paced review guide for the AP exam. So this part of the lesson is entirely optional, but just make sure you watch this video so you can at least hear the purpose behind this and decide for yourself if it's something that you have time to do. So we're focusing most of class time and most of our lesson time on practicing free response questions. So we're spending a lot of time revising, getting feedback, trying AP level questions. We're not reviewing a lot of content because the exam is open note. This part of the lesson is to help you create your cheat sheet. So create like the notes document you're going to be using on the exam. So bear with me as I explain what I put together and why I think it will be really helpful for you as you're studying for both the AP Psychology final and for the AP exam. Okay, so basically here we have every single thing that we've learned all year long in AP Psychology broken down by unit. So we have already reviewed Unit 1. We did that in lessons over the past few weeks, so don't worry about that. Basically, what I've done is created a suggested pacing for you to review the content in order to cover everything before the final date of May 19th. So the suggested pacing you can see is on like the left side. So today is May 5th when I'm recording this. So I'm going to start here and talk through what I suggest that you do on May 5th and 6th in order to review. So here I've linked all of the College Board review videos. So these are the same teachers that you've been watching lecture on like the YouTube channel for College Board. I also linked for the same topics, the Crash Course videos. So many of you have used Crash Course for psychology because it's been a study option before. I know for US History, Mr. Lieberneck also likes the Crash Course videos. So these are linked here as well in case maybe you prefer these videos to the College Board ones. Don't feel like you have to watch every single video. I would focus on the topics that you most need to review, maybe things that you've forgotten since we learned them. So for example, say that you remember a lot of stuff about sleep and sleeping and dreaming. You remember stuff about like REM cycles, but you don't remember the parts of the brain. I would focus on a video about the brain. Maybe you remember the nervous system and like the parts of a neuron, but you don't remember different types of drugs and how different types of drugs influence the brain. So be strategic, and also watching anything is better than watching nothing. So if you have time to watch one review video for each topic, just watch one video, and that's way better than not watching any review videos at all. So I also have the Quizlets linked here, which could be helpful to kind of quiz yourself as you're reviewing each unit. So because this exam is open note, none of this stuff has to be memorized. This is more just a way for you to hear these concepts talked through in a lecture before you see it pop up on the exam. And as you're watching these videos, you can take notes in any way that works for you. A lot of you have been taking notes on paper, which is fine, and you can use those written notes during the AP. Many of you have also been using the review notes document that I put together for you. So what I suggest doing is linking your own, so you can actually remove this link and link your own review notes document that already has your notes in it, so you have it easily accessible at the top of this document. And what this is the document that I would suggest, like the one document having open during the AP exam. As we know, the timing is going to be pretty tight, so it doesn't really make sense to have like 1,000 different tabs open or be working with a lot of different documents. it's going to be way easier if you have everything, like all the most important information, written in this one document. And you can easily use the Control F feature that we talked about to search in the document. So I would suggest having all of your notes in one document. It could be this document that I've structured for you. It could be your own structure, but just one document, and then you can easily search for the terms as they come up on the exam. So I've created a space below, and you can copy this into your own review notes document if you think it's helpful. So sorry, my internet's being very slow right now. But basically, if you scroll down, I've just created a space for you to take notes for the rest of the topics in AP Psychology. And again, this is optional. This is not required, because I know these lessons are already taking like the amount of time, already taking like between an hour and an hour and a half. So I don't want to make this required if it's not something you have time to do. But if it's an option between like watching Netflix or watching these review videos, you should watch these review videos and take notes, because it's these review videos have like the ability to really help you do better on the AP, which has these positive ramifications, these positive outcomes for your future. So if you're choosing between doing nothing and doing this, I would do this. But I also want to recognize that you might not have time to do this, and it's not like a required part of the lesson. But it is definitely suggested and here for you to use as a study resource if that's something that you want to do. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Basically, the idea is that you have a bunch of review videos, you have a bunch of flashcards, and you're putting together a cheat sheet. And you can use that one cheat sheet during the AP, so you're just like a little bit more organized going into the exam, and you're not trying to Google things or like flip through 1,000 documents in your binder. Okay.